This was an interesting movie. These are my movie notes on Charlie's Angels 2019 film, 29 June 2024 viewing. So I just finished watching this today, Saturday, 29 June 2024. I'm Tanis Coralee Leonhardi, she, her, hers of Seattle. And my description for the movie is this is a fiction film about 3 female undercover agents working as part of an undercover spy agency under direct supervision of a female group leader. So there we go. And I think it's generationalized, maybe. A new edition of the Charlie's Angels films that came before it. In terms of where I rank as like a Charlie's Angels fan, before I get to my final rating for this movie and perhaps provide some context. So I was born in the early to mid 1990s, so the Charlie's Angel film, you know, from my childhood was the one with Drew Barrymore, Lucy Liu, and Cameron Diaz. I know I was raised in the most spectacular of times in some ways. And it was with Bill Murray, it was Bosley, okay. And so there was, I realized at the time that it was the most spectacular of times because my sister was in love with all 3 of those ladies, and she was a very adamant Charlie's Angels fan and like went back and watched the originals, and I was like, I like Drew Barrymore and Bill Murray, like of the cast, and so but and I liked the bad guy, which is similar to this one. My favorite character in this movie was the young bad guy, the hot German dude or whatever. I was like, I love lizards, and he kind of looked like a lizard, you know, and I'm part German, so like, you know, putting Germans as bad guys is just kind of like, congratulations, you continue to villainize my people. We continue to adapt and be more resilient and tough than any other people because they just paint themselves as the heroes. And we are consistently villainized, so we have better adaptations than the vast majority of peoples who don't ever get villainized quite chronically like us Germans and Italians and Russians and stuff like that. So there's that, but I did not go back and watch like the original before my childhood time, and so it was like, I saw this on the shelves and I was like, I'm not a diehard Charlie's Angels fan. Even for the one from my childhood. And so this is, I would say, was not as good as the one from my childhood in my ranking, but I also have not gone back and watched the original, so I don't know how it compares to the original, but I'm also not a diehard Charlie's Angels person. Okay, so I'm saying, while my rating for this movie may be a 2 out of 5 stars, if you like Charlie's Angels, it might be better for you. Okay? It was, I think, a bit too heavy on the sinister temperament for a Charlie's Angels film. I think perhaps the magic of Charlie's Angels was taking something high action, and a lot of fighting and stuff, and kind of making it almost playful. And this does that. This, I would say, gets an F on the playfulness of like the magic of Charlie's Angels. But there is action, right? And the cast, the females they chose had less that body type diversity, right? It's about being like supermodel. They can go into a club and look like they're like the hottest thing in fashion, versus like, you know, Drew Barrymore was a healthy lady, right? So there was more bodily diversity with that cast, or body type diversity in just terms of like pant size, you know. So that was lackluster in this one. It was it edged on the female fantasy land, including like scenes where something I still don't understand, but my sister was really into, was like the choke collar thing. And so they have the scene towards the end where the bad dude that I like, okay, you know, like my Leon, who wants to give me a big necklace that's like really tight on the neck and then tear it off me. Okay, so they have a scene in here where a bad guy comes in and then like he like pulls it out, and I'm like, oh, I know what that is from my Leon. And he puts it on one of these angels, and you know, he has a chain and he like tugs on it when it's on her neck and stuff. And I was like, let's see, my Maxime Grousset also made an allusion to that at a recent French swimming championships. Was it my Maxime? Was it his body double? It reminded me of, I was like, okay, so if all females have fantasies, but this is in my female fantasy, right? This is in my soulmates, my Jacob, my Josh, and my Andre, that, you know, 1, 2, 3, are in a battle to get me wearing nothing but a thin, like, necklace with a dangly thing that goes down between my boobies, and then a jacket on, and then they're clothed, and then they want to take me out to a club, and then have me take the jacket off and do whatever they want to me during, and like, at the club. So then the battle becomes, which one gets to do that first with me? And where are we going? Are we going to Russia? Right? And then Andre goes, but maybe he wants the tech sex scene that was filmed at home. You know, there's the stuff on the dance floor and the stuff at home. And he's like, why don't we take you in that attire and take you from the at-home sex scene and put you on the dance floor and do that, like at a club. And I'm just like, you know what? Let's move in together. Josh and I. Jacob, are you helping? Andre, are you helping? And so then they want to do that. So they're in a battle to do that. And then they also are in a battle of, well, then when they take me home, are they going to take their tasty male saliva and rub it all over my body? G-Easy in the club style. And so that came to mind when I was watching this. I was just like, there's so much, you know, clothing and mannerisms all about making the women very desirable, that I was just like, and do they do what my men want to do to me? Like, I smell good. Yeah. Do they smell good? No deodorant, babes. I want your natural aroma to my Jacob, my Josh, my Andre, my Maxime, my Leon. Yeah, anyway. There we go. That's like, yeah. It was 2 out of 5 stars, but I'm not giving it 0 or a 1. I watched it all the way through. It was, I would say it was, I liked the playfulness of the Charlie's Angels that came before it. It takes skill to be able to take something sinister and action and fighting and stuff and make it playful. And this did not capture that lightheartedness, an ability to frame things from kind of the positive perspective. Those are my movie notes on Charlie's Angels, 2019 film, 29 June 2024 viewing.